Kier Starmer is a traitor. Yes, he is a traitor. Kier Starmer is a traitor. He's releasing prisoners from overcrowded jails to make way for political prisoners who've just been posting memes on Facebook and Twitter and daring to criticise Kier Starmer. Well, what Starmer has done is betrayed the country and he's betrayed everybody. So far, he's becoming one of the worst prime ministers this country's ever had. He's just becoming a dictator. And like I said, the early release of prisoners from jails has backfired on him because they've gone on to re-offend. And of course they've had to be recalled to jail for re-offending. I mean, this is it just shows you how he's bonkers. He's Starmer. He's not fit to be Prime Minister. And this is just the beginning of what we've got in store for us for the next 5 years. I mean, he's betrayed the old age pensioners. He's stopped the winter fuel allowance. But what Starmer forgets is that by doing that, 10 million of them are old age pensioners who rely on that winter fuel payment. That's 10 million votes he won't get at the next election. The man is playing with fire. He's playing with fire. There's no doubt about it. He's in for a nasty shock come the next election, because what's going on now by betraying just the old age pensioners, what he's doing is he's committing political suicide, because he forgets that some of these old age pensioners voted for him at the last election. Well, I'm afraid they won't be voting for him again at the next one, because once the opinion polls will come out for the next election and he sees that his ratings are going down, which they are at the moment, they're just dropping like a stone. I think every other cabinet member, their opinion polls is dropping as well. I don't know what Rachel Reeves' his opinion poll, his rating is like. I bet she's gone down. She's going down, and well, it's just his own fault. I mean, this is what we have at the moment in Britain is a left-wing government. That's what Labour have always been wanting to have in government and govern the country, is a left-wing government. Just think what it'd have been like if Corbyn had won the 2019 election and he'd become Prime Minister. We would have had that would have been a nightmare if he'd have been Prime Minister. But now this one is going too far. He's going too far with what he's doing, and really, of course, we can't do anything about it yet because he's got a big majority. Well, not a lot of people voted for him at the last election. Half the country didn't vote for him. Some of us didn't vote, and the rest who did vote, they voted for reform. I mean, it's going to be an absolute nightmare. This country is going to be in for the next 5 years of Starmer as Prime Minister. And of course they've got to blame the Tories for the mess they left us in. Well, every new government does. They always blame the one before. The last government before, they always blame them. It was the same when the Tories won the 2010 election. They blamed Labour for all the mess they inherited, and now they're doing the same. I'm afraid to say that he's not becoming liked. It looks like that he's going to try and betray Brexit. It looks like he's saying to the EU, we'll have free movement again, but for under 30s, EU citizens who are under 30. Because mark my words, bit by bit, Starmer will take us back into the EU. It'll be one step at a time, and then before we know it, we shall be back into the EU again. We won't have a vote. He'll just do it. Just take us in. And like I said, before we know it, we shall be back into the EU again. Yes, Kier Starmer is a traitor. I mean, they haven't been in long and they're already betraying the country. I mean, I don't know how people feel about this. I suppose the ones who voted for him, or all these lefties who hated the Tories and wanted the Tories out. But look what we've been lumbered with. An even worse lot. I don't know what we've got to do to get him out. I mean, there's people want to sign a petition to remove him, but that won't make any difference to him. That won't make any difference to him. He won't take any notice of that. The only thing that's going to remove him is if people vote him out at the next election. That's the only thing that's going to shift him, but we shall have to wait and see. I mean, you've got Rachel Reeves. Now she's bending the knee to the unions. I'm going to be riding roughshod over people. I'm going to be running the country, not Starmer. Yes, I'm afraid this country is going to be in for 5 years of misery with this lot, with these socialist clowns we have in government at the moment. And of course, people are starting to insult Starmer. And of course, Starmer doesn't like that. He doesn't like to be insulted. What he's telling people is that you will do what you're told. You'll do what you're told, and if you don't, we'll come for you. We'll find a way of shutting you down. Well, anyway, that's the end of this video. Mr. Politics here, signing off. And remember, don't believe the lies.